Hello and welcome to another layout update, and it has been a while since I've done one of these, and that's not without good reason. So last time I think I told you that there'd been some progress with the track laying and some of the wiring, and there might have even been a test train run. But this time there's been a lot more tangible progress, which has been really positive. So you'll be able to see now that a lot of the electronics and wiring, they're almost completely wired in, which is really good news. And we actually now have trains running on the layout, which is really good. And what this is allowing me to do is to start the process of testing and making minor tweaks to the layout. So this is things where there might be issues with trains derailing, or there might be issues with power supply not being in quite the right place, and these little things that are amended at this point in the build, it makes it a lot better for actually running the trains further down the line. Forgive the pun there. So Kato track is really ideal for this, and it's allowing me to make some minor adjustments here and there. And it's been really good. If I'd used Pico track or something like that, then it would be in a case of having to do lots of surgery to the track to make sure it was the right sort of length and the right sort of size to to fit in the right locations. One of the issues I had noticed during the testing was that the gradients on the sort of route up to Émoutier and also down and through to the main station were actually too steep for some of the trains to be able to operate. Um, this was amended. One of my friends, Juan, who is a professional track engineer, he was offering me his consultancy services, and suggested that a slightly smaller incline would be a lot better, and to actually take out some of the curves. So big thanks to Juan there for that. That's been really helpful. And it means now I've been able to get trains of a decent length to run the entire route of the branch line. So next steps, well, I'm going to keep testing because testing's actually quite fun. You can see here there's lots of trains that are running around. I've got a few trains that I'm using for testing that are doing kind of slightly different jobs, and some of them are better runners than others. I've also got, at the moment, only a couple of addresses programmed on my DCC system. So the idea being is that a lot of my locomotives are just programmed to address 3. So that means that I know that they'll run if I just sort of put them on the track. So I'll be broadening that out shortly. And actually you can see in some of these videos that I've actually got 3 trains running. So I'm starting to get a little bit further down the line. Again, another pun, to actually getting a few more trains running, and having 3 going at the same time on the 3 sort of main routes on this network is really positive. So there's also going to be some further minor amendments to the track. I think some sidings might be installed to enhance the storage capability on the layout, because at the moment it's the main station and there's a few sidings around the rest of the layout, but there's not enough. I also want to put in a back scene on both sides of the layout, and I think that's going to really start making it feel a little bit more real. And then some further testing. I think testing's just the thing I'm just going to have to keep doing. And then it's going to be programming the track and the turnouts so that they can start to be operated through iTrain, which is the next big sort of boring task. And that's the reason why these updates are few and far between, because I find wiring incredibly boring, even when I've got sort of lots of ways of trying to make it a bit easier. I just struggle with it, but I still persevere. I still take a bit of time to do it, and it can, little progresses can be made. And hopefully you've enjoyed this layout update, and the fruits of the labour are starting to show, and I'm really looking forward to getting to a point where I'll be able to start developing the scenery in sort of the coming few sort of months, and that's going to be really fun, because I already have a lot of buildings that I saved from the last layout, and to start putting them onto some nice hills and woodland and things like some woods and some nice hills and things like that, it's going to be really nice to start developing that. So anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for watching. If you have made it this far, please do leave a like. please do subscribe. It's you know, if you want to keep getting updates, and also other random train videos that I've started to put up, which, you know, seem to be quite popular. So thanks for watching, and I look forward to doing another update soon. Bye bye.